Razor slightly is that they are fairly light in the control department, but between Tusk and Pango, they can make a lot happen, especially if they can find this early kill. Munkushi dead 2 rights, very easy kill. They had to level up the ice shots to make it happen, but you're definitely happy to get the bonus gold. Does go the way of the Venge on the 5 position, but who cares? Troll is dead.
I really just love the try harder voice line used by LC. Meanwhile, at the same time, they were smoked too. It's just that they didn't smoke the troll with them. Like they were trying, they were attempting the same exact thing. And that's like the duality of everyone in Dota, right? Like when you're try harding, you're just playing to win, man. To hell. When everyone else is try harding, oh my god, you nerds.
These guys all, don't they have a life?
Exactly.
They know there's more to things than Dota?
Yeah. I don't care about this game that much, you know. It's just playing for fun. 12 hours a day.
Also, I love how he's walking around as a young Tango on the Monkey King, but not going to be able to get to the rune in time. So Hydra in game 1, they got 3 bounty runes, and they lost the game. Now one move get 3. Does that mean guaranteed game 3?
I think so, yeah. It's 100%. It's not about the runes, it's about the script. I've read it, so...
The script too solid. Mid lane, let's see if Ironcrowd is going to be keeping to the same script. Yet again, kicking Warwick into the tower, but this time, Warwick has shield crash, so it can negate the bulk of that damage. Is the lane going to be as rough for Warwick as it was on his Ember Spirit?
It wasn't that rough in that last game as well, but I feel like this one can be a bit rougher with the changes to Lucky Shot. Like this lane can actually be more difficult than the Ember one.
So 2 early couriers getting killed off. Hydra, man, they're off to a good start. Killing some couriers, finding the early first blood. Do they have any of these lanes where they're afraid of dying? I suppose there's like some kill threat down bottom if this Phoenix steps out of line, and there's maybe some kill threat onto Hakoda, but outside of that, it feels like everyone else should just be very casually farming in the lanes.
There's definitely a kill threat on top. Like you have Razor Tusk, so if you are Hydra, you can get some kills. When it comes to the other side, yeah, it will be kind of difficult. Maybe Legion and Phoenix can run down the monkey, thinking he has like level 2 Jingle Mastery. He goes a little bit too far and then he gets hit by Fire Spirits, so he can't even heal up. I really like playing Phoenix into monkey. It's in the lane, it's strong. Post laning stage as well, it's pretty good.
As somebody who's spammed a lot of monkey, this is a miserable matchup for me. Thanks, Lizard, for making me hate life.
Oh, that's what I'm here for. Like, I was one of those players, by the way, 100%. Like, some time has passed since I spammed these heroes, but I have to admit, I was one of those players that find joy into making you miserable. It's not about winning, you know, it's about me playing the sneaky heroes. The Broods, the Arc Wardens, the Meepos. Yeah.
Gosh.
I'm that guy.
You're the guy that even if I win the game, I'm just like, you know what, enough Dota for the day.
Exactly.
I want to go do something else.
I was actually just doing it for you, you know, for everyone. Making sure your back is good, that you do something else besides Dota.
Making us touch grass outside. What a legend. What a lad. So this early game, not much really happening on the map. Everyone just chilling and farming, making sure they get their net worth out of these lanes, getting their levels from mid. Warwick
Top lane,
out the matchup this time around, and top lane we might have a little bit of engagement here as they jump onto Hakoda, and they do manage to find the kill behind the tower. Munkushi finds immediate revenge though with the troll. Ultimately though, they're definitely happier to get this on the young Rubik initially, making sure that he's sent back to the base with no experience.
I take what I please.
If you're a troll, you're happy though. Like you get that kill under the tower, you get the solo experience. Like it's fitting for a troll, you know. He doesn't care about anyone else but himself.
That's the troll way. Only care about you. they could potentially find another kill. So Hakoda does need to be careful. Lil will happily dive him again if the opportunity avails itself.
Oh, they're diving bottom, but literally diving with Phoenix. However, I don't think this is a kill on Monkey. A little bit too deep for him to go.
He has Healing Lotus. He gets past the south by Happy.
You know,
Yeah, he's chilling.
you know, I was actually surprised that they, like, I love the Phoenix into Monkey King, but I was still kind of surprised they put him bot. I guess for them it's more important to have Afterlife on a good game after the laning stage than Troll. And Troll top lane.
They're actually going on bottom as well. Monkey King might be dead here, lifted back by Hakoda, who took the twin gate to come bottom, and his foray will end up being very successful.
Oh,
They
the
find
dive.
Kill. Pantomime dives away.
Top lane Troll.
Pangolier not gonna die just yet. Will eventually take a tumble through this wave of terror. And at the same
now
time,
bottom-
like you mentioned, the top lane Troll Warlord does end up dead, killed off by Lil as well as Cloud.
Who is this observer catching every single kill in the game? Clap in the chat, please. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, top lane they dove him, bottom lane they dove as well. Both carries fallen. Nicely done by both teams, really, with the rotations. And now it seems like they want this Rubik too.
They're gonna bring Pantomime to the top lane though. Hakoda potentially looking for an angle onto Lil. They see Lil right now. Fire Spirits will lash out onto him. He already threw back these ice shards, so there's probably no way out for him. Hakoda lifting him up just to hold him in position for Munkushi, and they're able to kill him off.
That was a
Time LC though getting dove in the bottom lane. Afterlife gets hit with the blood grenade. Kami's coming through. There's the primal spring. Bound
the miss!
but it misses. Afterlife has his J's on, ends up juking the Monkey King and keeping himself alive.
Yeah, in the mid lane they did use Magnetize, but I don't think this is a kill. Speaking of jukes, you promised me a story.
Oh yeah. Okay, are there no kills happening? Let's see. All right, so check this out, right? There's this place called Jukes, like this little esports bar that somebody tried to start nearby me. And at the time, I was still like playing. So I was still playing some Dota, playing Tekken and Mortal Kombat, you know, trying my best to become a pro. So I went to this Mortal Kombat event with a couple of my friends. One of them played Tekken, one of them played Street Fighter, another one of them played Guilty Gear, I think, if I remember correctly. But none of them played Mortal Kombat. So I was just explaining to them what's happening, you know, while we're watching the games, saying, okay, this guy's picking this character for this reason, this is what the matchup gives you, here's what to expect. Oh, I've played with this guy online, he does this, yada, yada, yada. Don't die, Afterlife, don't die.
No one is dying, it's fine. I'll stop you if someone gets close.
Sweet. So what ends up happening while I'm explaining everything to my crews, my friends, back in the day you had to pay entrance money to enter fighting game tournaments. You still have to do that sometimes nowadays, but that was like all you did back in the day.
Yeah, I remember.
And the organizer comes to me, right? He has a mic in his hand and he's like, listen, bro, I'll make you a deal. Keep just having the same conversation you're having with your friends normally, right? But do it on the mic, and in exchange, you don't have to pay entrance fees for my tournaments anymore. So I was like, all right, sweet, you know, easiest deal in the world. You know, I'm just gonna chat some shit, talk about the game, whatever, who cares, right? I'm just doing this for fun. And then that was 2014, I think. There's a picture of me on Facebook somewhere, and that's the first time I was on
Facebook?
esports.
What kind of a boomer am I talking to?
Old school. But to this day, that was my come up. That's how it began, and people just keep giving me the mic. They never let it go. So okay, I guess keep doing this forever.
Yeah, but that's pretty much what we're doing, right? Like the same way I'd be talking to you, like while watching this game without a mic. It's literally the same thing we're doing here. Mid lane, Warwick. The same way he was dying.
Right after the story, what a lad with the timing. Rolling Thunder onto Einkrad. Do they have enough damage to kill him off? He's trying to escape this, but he cannot. He's chain disabled. Lil shows up to lend a hand with the snowball as well. And that ensures that Einkrad does die. What a beautiful initiation coming in from Warwick and coming right after the story. You love to see it.
They were all listening to your story as well. That's why. They made a peace agreement. No one can fight until we hear the remainder of Sneer's story.
There you go.
Yeah, unfortunately, Earth Spirit was in the perfect spot, but to get rolled on.
Dead. Snowball's not gonna catch him. But they will be. They actually do use Snowball right now to bail him out of trouble. Go back.
He's fine.
He's still alive. Munkushi thought about going forward, but realizing that they have too many reinforcements, Hydra turning around onto the troll and killing him as well. Pantomime does not have level 6, and even if he did, Supernova would probably be destroyed here. Hydra, man, making strong moves across the map and keeping their heroes alive in the process.
Yeah, the troll, he didn't have enough mana in the end to use Battle Trance. It was like 10, 15 mana away. Like, very unfortunate. Plus he got controlled in those last seconds, but nicely done by Lil this time around, actually going in, using the snowball perfectly to save the Razor.
Lil Tusk, it's a blast from the past for a reason. It's doing wonders right now for the side of Hydra. Enable them to kill middle on Einkrad.
You know,
some kills top, keep Cloud alive.
Lil is the actual reason why all these rappers got their like Lil name.
He started it.
He started it, yeah.
We went back in time. Before Lil Wayne was even born, he was there. Down bottom, Lil, the main man himself, yet again trying to set up a kill. They're going on to Afterlife. Got the tag team on top of him with the snowball. Not sure they get this kill though without the Venge. Afterlife will be able to get away.
He's too big. But this aura is kind of nice in the game, I guess. Like level 2 tag team, minus 30 attack speed slow, passive aura. Like it's good versus the Legion, it's good versus the Troll.
We're gonna try again. Counter strike doesn't connect, but the swap is gonna be there. And there's the secondary tag team with the snowball. And that time around, the gank does work out.
I feel like he could have lived if he used Lotus and Styx first and then overwhelming odds. Because he'd have enough HP to start running. He probably still dies. There's ice shards to work with, but yeah, nicely done so far by Radiant.
Playing really well in these first 11 minutes of the game, and they're going to be rewarded with a tower and some map control down bottom.
Yeah, much better laning stage for them. Most importantly, I believe they managed to shut down the Legion. Like, the Troll is having a good game. Like, Munkushi is still owning, even though he played into a Razor. But I think it's Afterlife who kind of carries them through that mid-game, and he just doesn't have enough at the moment.
Munkushi might be dead. They're taking a Twin Gate to try and hunt him down. He has an Observer Ward on the Twin Gate, and they'll scout out that there's a ward there now, so they know he should be in the vicinity. But Munkushi is a real carry player. He sniffs out the danger, recognizes that he should not be in this lane right now. And had he moved 10 seconds later, he'd be dead right now, but good read of the game from him.
Yeah, they might smoke from the mid lane. And the issue that I see is there's no 6 on Phoenix yet. Like, Pantomime, he might need a bit of time.
What kind of Phoenix game do you think this is? Is this the Hex game, Shiva's game, some different kind of utility maybe?
I don't think that... like, Hex is fine, but it's not super necessary. I think it's good though, anyways, if you wanna roll it.
There's a big fight that's broken out here in the Radiant jungle. Rolling Thunder stolen by Hakoda, but he can't catch up to where the enemy team is and bail Einkrad out of trouble. Rolled a bit too close to the sun there. They were hoping Afterlife could catch up with the duel, but instead, not only do they lose Einkrad, Hakoda gets himself swapped back and killed off by the rest of Hydra.
Yeah,
Kami, the target, survives.
They have these two issues. One is there's no egg on Phoenix. He's still very under-leveled. He's level 5. The other problem is Legion. She's just not there yet. She's not this beast Legion that she was in last game. And the difference in this game is she actually has to worry about who she duels. Like, she cannot duel just anyone and even hope to survive if she does that. You have to pick your targets.
There's a point you mentioned the other day about how, when you've been watching these games, the squad that has at least one save, but generally more than that, is always more favored for you. And Hydra, they've got 2 of them. And so far, they have proven to be very, very effective. And sadly, one move, don't have the shot on Rubik just yet, so they have 0 saves right now.
Yeah, I'd say that's the case in the current patch. Because most of these heroes that have saves suddenly have another thing going for them. You know, like... I don't know, Shadow Demon, who usually was a save, now suddenly dishes out a ton of damage, has a save, plus he has a cleanse later on. Back in the day, if you have a save, that mostly meant that you lacked in something, mostly damage department. Not the case any longer.
Not at all the case. Hydra were going on a bit of an adventure. They're not going to find a kill, but they will be able to steal some Ancients and the Wisdom Rune, which in some sense is even more important. They take it. They will not be able to stop them. And there's no tower for them to grab, sadly, so they have to just leave the area immediately. Life looking good overall for Hydra. That being said, we're not that far away from some real items emerging for one move. They actually just got the Blade Mail on Afterlife. Should they be waiting for the blink on this LC, or is it time to try and make something happen with the smoke?
Maybe it would take a bit too much time to wait for the blink. I feel it's way overdue for them to get some control on the map. Like Tier 1 tower is still standing. If they could force a move there and get it down, it would be... it would pay dividends. Like, just open up the map, you can play bottom around the twin gates suddenly.
Speaking of said twin gates, they're looking to try and get the tier 1 tower bottom, whilst Warwick thought about rolling deeper onto Afterlife. Will instead settle for the easy Hakoda kill, who just TP'd in.
Like, Afterlife was fine. Like, he was fine. He didn't need any TPs. He had his juke boots on, he ran away, but... yeah, at least it's a trade, right? Like, they do lose tier 1 mid, but they did utilize that time to take down the tier 1 bottom, so if you're a one-move fan right now, you're not way too sad. But the game feels very similar to the last one, but in the other direction. I feel like Hydra is in a really good spot. They're also itemizing for the early game. Monkey King going for Dazo after Echo Saber.
Feels good. Looks like they want to try and sneak a Roshan for themselves as well. This will be partly scouted out by this Observer Ward, but I don't think that one move really are in position to come contest this at the moment. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Like, they gotta give this one up. So first Roshan of the game, looking like it's gonna go the way of Hydra.
Yeah, the Rosh is on 50%. I don't think they can, even if they wanted to start rotating in, they can't do anything about it. They take their time to farm up a bit, take down the mid-tier 1. It's probably for the best. Earth Spirit, by the way, is still going for the same build, like Heart of Tarask after Blade Mail. This time around, no boots. Last time, at least he bought boots after the Blade Mail. This time, it's literally Blade Mail into Heart. Just tank up and be that unkillable beast up front, I guess. I love it.
Boots are for nerds. Who needs it?
Yeah, their teamfight can still be really damn scary from one move. Like, you plant the Sag, so much control, the duel, the Earth Spirit. But I am worried for their damage at the moment a little bit.
Speaking of this Phoenix, he's around Kami and Warwick right now. This could easily lead into a dead Firebird, and that is indeed the case. He is a super...
Oh! Lil actually almost saved him. Almost.
With the shards.
With the shards, yeah. Because he was TPing over them and Pango couldn't follow up with Rolling Thunder. Has a blink on Pango though, so probably would have killed him anyway. Afterlife?
Afterlife should be okay here. Tusk is trying to close the gap. Lil running as fast as his legs can carry him, but he can't get there fast enough. Afterlife 2
top lane though.
Phase boots. And they go in top onto the Cloud Razor.
He's got the BKB though.
Him through the BKB. No, they do not. He activates BKB. He's now linked up Ironcrad, and he blocks off all the roll paths. There's not going to be any option for Ironcrad to escape. And he dies. No heart completed from him, but a killing spree given towards Cloud.
Yeah, a lot of moves that are really difficult to accomplish mid lane.
Afterlife, I'm not sure they have enough to kill him just yet, but they do threaten his life. They bring in reinforcements though to back him up. And Hakoda, with the stolen plasma field, getting a huge burst of damage back onto low.
Yeah, those ice shards, man, like when you're playing Pango and you have a Tusk on your team, sometimes you really feel grieved.
You're like, really, bro? Seriously?
So
make my game easier.
They do have a BKB and a smoke now. Rubik, Troll, and Phoenix. Maybe this is the time to make a play. Then again, you are... you're still playing into Aegis, so let's see. They're gonna smoke up with LC instead.
Okay.
You see the monkey.
Heroes smoked up. They did see the monkey. They have an observer ward that scouted him, and they know he's not carrying the Aegis either. So this would be an amazing pickup. Smoke does get popped, but he goes the wrong direction. Einkrad unable to catch the monkey, and once you miss the first initiation onto Monkey King, that hero is just gone, man. You're not gonna catch up to him.
You're not catching him exactly.
Feels bad, man.
I love the scribbles on the map from Radiant. Monkey is like, yeah, they're here. He's moving away from his teammates though, and meanwhile they're moving in position. They still want to fight. The Aegis is up for 2 more minutes.
I guess worst case scenario, he can either jump towards them or even TP to the outpost, but it's too late. One move have vacated the area. They take the Twin Gate back onto the dire side of the map.
Like, even with the Aegis on Pangolier, I still feel like it would be better for one move to fight sooner than later, before all of these BKBs are up. The moment BKBs are up on Monkey, suddenly you won't have all that extra magic damage to deal with him. The Earth Spirit.
How do you kill him with BKB on?
Yeah. It's not gonna be easy. You need some Troll Basher to be on top of him, I guess.
I saw Miracle Troll is still the net worth leader in this game. Munkushi has been farming very, very, very well. Going for a different build than what he did game 1. Game 1, he went very early on into the Butterfly, into Swift Blink. Now it looks like he's gonna stop over for... Is this his Raw Yasha, or does he go the full SMY?
Yeah, he's changing his mind. It was Yasha, then it was Butterfly. He's actually going for Basher now, which I think is probably the best. They want to defend this Tormentor.
Okay, they want the Wisdom Rune as well. Einkrad will steal it away. Rolling Boulder out as the Rolling Thunder chases him. Hakoda forced off onto the high ground, but he could still end up dead now that he's isolated from his team. But speaking of isolation, Warwick doesn't have a role anymore. Now they have the first big supernova of the game. It's on the high ground. They get rid of the first life on the Aegis, while Munkushi, he's zoning back the Vengeful Spirit, will kill her off all by his lonesome. But can he re-engage the proper fight? LC needing some help. Oh my goodness, the Ice Shard griefs Lil himself, and he keeps him away from the LC.
Kami
alone with the Troll, and then killed off. Kami, he can't escape either, as Einkrad able to chase him down with the Magnetize and the Rolling Boulder, killing off the Monkey King.
It's crazy that they still managed to win this fight. Like, they go on top of Rubik, who's on the cliff, literally cannot use the single spell he stole, that's the Rolling Thunder, because it will be useless. Then they kill off the other support just as easily. Phoenix goes on that cliff, but there's a ward or vision, so they see the egg, they kill it off. I really thought that Hydra had that fight, but on the other side, Legion and Troll just doing way too much work.
Yeah. Legion didn't even get off a duel there. Afterlife was waiting for his opportunity, didn't get to find it. And Lil almost killed him. Lil had Walrus Punch ready again, but couldn't come out. The Ice Shards block him off. Feels bad.
Yeah, his own Ice Shards working against him. I guess it's the depth of the Ice Shards that has changed, you know. It's messing with every Tusk player right now.
Oh boy. Well, one move. It's a very good fight for them. Munkushi doesn't die. It gives him a lot of gold towards his Butterfly. And
I do like
Monkey King losing his life. The BKB.
Do you like the Ice Shards being this deep? By the way, I feel like they were nicer before. I don't know. They looked nicer, at least aesthetically.
I do think these ones are definitely worse, but I have a hard time caring because of how many games I've lost to Tusk players. So I'm just like, whatever, nerf this hero into the ground.
I mean, he got buffed with this. Like, it's overall better for him. Like the DPS within them as well. But yeah, I catch your point.
They don't have that nice cone that they had before, you know. That one looked really nice. It's like the difference between a shallow cup and like a wine glass, I guess. This is more like a wine glass than it used to be.
You don't like wine glasses?
No, because that means I have to drink wine and it's too delicious. I have too much.
Mid lane, I think he's just baiting, yeah. No way you're going Razor right there.
Also, Aincrad is also changing up his build. Game 1, he went Blade Mail Hot into Sanj and Kaya. Now he's just going straight up Octarine Core. I like this. Get to see Aincrad being a bit more effective on the map. But Hydra do not have BKB. So do they do anything with this BKB for Kami? Should they look to engage a fight somewhere on the map?
Should they strike? I feel like Rosh will respawn in 10 seconds, so you can set up a fight around that. You have really strong heroes in the pit. Death Zone, Monkey, you have this Venge with a medallion. Maybe a pick-off on Aincrad would be amazing.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, we get a decent timing on this Aegis. It's a minute 20 in total. Normally when you and I cast together, we get like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, the super elongated respawns. But today it's a normal time, it's acceptable.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They want to make sure they have the positioning around the pit by the time the respawn does happen. Would be nice to have the tier 2 tower as well, but I guess you don't want to overcommit for this tower just yet.
Of course not. Like, you still can. You're in a good position, but just ward up around the pit and wait out the Aegis is probably the best way to play it out right now. Is there anything big? Like, MKB has been completely bought out by Troll. No Basher, actually. Next item will be the Basher. Besides that,
How is Munkushi so farmed?
yeah, he's insanely farmed. Like the farming patterns on this Troll, even he died 3 times. Right, Spirit?
Might have a death happening here towards the top side of the map. They're going on to Aincrad. They prevent the roll away, and Aincrad is dead. Does not have buyback either. Munkushi has made himself available for this fight, but they don't want to take it without Aincrad. On the bright side, though,
Yeah.
they did draw away Eye of the Storm and Rolling Thunder, so Hydra not the best positioned to re-engage on round 2.
Yeah, now that you see Monkey mid, you might smoke up. Yeah, they smoke up. And the question is, do they go on Monkey or do they move to the pit? What are they doing exactly? Where are they going? Do they want to use the Twin Gate to go top? Because
I think
did they forget?
for Monkey.
They were hoping, but Rosh is up. Which isn't something that they know for a fact, as it was a really long, really short respawn.
No.
But I expected them to actually try and delay Roshan, because they have that outpost. Third Spirit can actually TP in it. Look at the drawing even, they think that the dire jungle isn't safe. Yeah, they completely missed this one.
Well, Kami debated them. He showed himself middle, knew that they might come towards him, and then immediately rejoins his team. Very nicely done.
Yeah, it was exactly that. Like, it's such a good mind game. You show yourself mid just to outpush a little bit, and
Middle tower is under attack.
you're a monkey. Like, you can get to rush pit so fast anyway.
Have to play against this Aegis right now with the cheese in tow for the Pango as well.
Radiant's middle tower
Tier 2 tower should be easily taken down by the side of Hydra. There's only one Tier 2 tower left for one move to play with on the map, and they haven't gotten any of their own just yet.
What's the play? You're playing into Aegis, into cheese.
is under attack.
The duel suddenly isn't as great into them. Maybe you can use the Doom versus someone else, like kill off the Razor first in these fights.
Radiant's bottom tower
There's no Lincolns, right? Like, yeah, Radiant doesn't have anything like that. They do have saves. Tusk with the blink as well is a problem now. I'm seeing a full 5-man smoke.
Guess what sucks for one move is
Oh, take the DD.
Their fighting requires them to use ultimates, and they might need to use them here. Nice little stolen boundless strike from Hakoda. Can he get himself far enough away? Still alive for now. Oh my goodness, the Ancients turn against him, and that leads to his death.
Oh, they want to fight.
Now forced to use Supernova. It's in a position. They duel the Pango as well, and they cannot get to the Egg here, Lizard.
What the hell happened?
Absolutely everybody. Kami, there's no way out for you either, buddy. Doesn't have another BKB to pop. He just dies heads up. Bro, they got everything. Magnetize on everybody, huge, overwhelming odds, massive supernova, and nobody on Hydra can survive.
Okay, someone get me out. This crazy troll hero, the damage he did, the Phoenix damage. Just the two of them won that fight. It was 4 versus 5 versus Cheese versus Aegis, and it literally didn't matter. I blinked and Radiant was gone. Like, what happened? I literally blinked and they were all dead. I need to rewatch this. They all clumped up right there on Troll. That on one side Legion is dealing with them, on the other it's the Troll. Man, I expected Hydra to actually have a solid chance in that fight. They just couldn't use any spells.
Now they might need to use some spells here in their own jungle as they're about to lose Lil. Warwick at least looking for a revenge kill here. Lil gets himself a little bit further away from trouble, getting swapped out by Happy, and they kill off Pantomime in the meantime. Battletron's now popped by Munkushi, who wants to get this fight going as much as humanly possible. In the meantime, there was a duel onto the Razor. Cloud not dead just yet, and because he survives, they can now think about collapsing onto Munkushi, killing off this Troll Warlord. Cloud will eventually fall.
Nice shards.
Revenge should be possible. Nice shots from both Hakoda and Lil, and they actually get out for a little moment before Warwick runs them down with the swashbuckle. Afterlife is allowed to live, but Hakoda definitely not so lucky.
Yeah, this time around the fight actually looked somewhat how I envisioned it in the first place. Once they used their spells, but one move also fought that fight without many ultimates, like no Magnetize, no Egg. The duel was used on Razor a bit too soon. Your Troll as well just didn't have enough resources, the HP, the mana. So yeah, nice little instant move from Hydra, buying back on the Tusk and just forcing that fight. It was pretty damn solid.
Well, great fight happening from the side of Hydra. Does also mean that because they came for that fight and weren't pushing the tier 2 tower instead, one move, find themselves in a position where they don't get the real estate they were hoping for after winning the prior fight. Although they got middle, I guess, okay.
No, that's always like that, right? If you're fighting on your side, the best you can hope for is to deward it after and get some map control, like some vision on the map.
Even though they lost that fight, the one move is sitting with the net worth advantage overall. Somehow, I don't know where Munkushi has been farming. It's like, you know when you play Monopoly and someone is just stealing from the bank? That's the Troll Warlord of this game.
He is the bank, man. He's getting on all the... What's the highest one? 1,000, right? Is the 1,000 the highest? It depends on the version of Monopoly, I guess. Every now and then he just takes one of those and puts it in his pocket.
Yep. Just quietly, he's just chilling. Don't even notice me on. They take a Tormentor. This time they do not have a Skywrath Mage, so they're guaranteed to get at least one useful shot. And they get the overwhelming odds, which, given how useful it's been in damage output, now it's going to be a protective aspect as well for Afterlife, so that feels even better.
Yeah, Munkushi feels completely safe just to TP and defend on his own. Like, they just don't have... This swap is dangerous, but there's no way they kill him before the teammates arrive. A big item that actually has been purchased right now is the Refresher Orb. Pantomime has it. Like, this Phoenix, he is... If they don't deal with the egg, and I just don't see the way for them to deal with the egg if the whole team of one move is there.
Bottom, they're going for Ironclad. They want to make sure he doesn't roll out of the Wukongs, and he's trapless. He's going nowhere. You're going to be able to kill him off.
Nice, big call.
Nicely done. And they wasted a BKB charge out of him. That was his 9-seconder that he just picked up like 90 seconds ago, already wasted.
I believe a gem as well, so... A BKB, a gem, and he's dead for another minute, so... Perhaps they can convert this into... Maybe this tier 2 on the mid lane? It's an option. I still feel like watching this game, Monkey was never too far behind the Troll, right? Like when it came to net worth. But he never did nearly as much in these team fights. It never felt that he has the same amount of impact.
Yeah, absolutely not. That could still change. Monkey can still scale throughout this game. He's going for a Basher next. Also, we're already seeing the lack of a gem affecting one move. because they have this very deep observer ward right in front of their base on the top side, and Hydra were able to make use of that information. It just expired now, but it kept them so safe while they were farming inside the dire triangle.
Yeah, they're still stacking up around mid tier 2, waiting for the Earth Spirit. Once he's up, is there a smoke? There are actually 2 on Rubik. If Earth Spirit didn't die bot, they'd already be making this move. So luckily for Hydra, they delayed it a bit. They can actually get an item or 2 before it happens. Razor now has a full Satanic as well.
Bro, what level is this Earth Spirit? Why was his respawn so long? He's level 22. Oh my gosh. That explains why it took so long for him to come back. And the smoke will finally now emerge. Wanna try and make something happen on the map. 20 seconds until a prospective Roshan respawn, so it would be great if they could find a fight and then find the Rosh. But they're not the only ones with this idea, Liz. Hydra smoke up as 5 and coming to join the fight.
Dire are scanning.
Let's see what they can find here. Scan onto the Roshan pit. Will not connect for the Dire lineup. And it's a very fast respawn as well. Only 45 seconds remain before the big man is online. How will they start this fight? Hakoda breaking the smoke, positioning very far forward. And he forces Lil to blink black immediately to safety. Can they get the vision here? They get dewarded almost instantly. Plasma field stolen by Hakoda. And Cloud is happy to utilize that plasma field to scout through the trees. Both teams know where one another are. And both of them are aware of the Roshan about to respawn.
Right, such a standoff, right?
Right?
Yeah, that's very cool, but the smoke, let's see. I feel that Afterlife is in a perfect position.
He does have BKB to pop though. They lift him back, Hakoda keeping him alive. Here's the roll in from Einkrad. Pops the Magnetize on the back edge of the fight. Really wants to venge and will find him. No buyback available for him. Cloud, he's caught inside the Battletrons. Him and Lil will get bashed down by Munkushi. And Munkushi's still going. He's fighting the monkey inside his own Wukongs. Einkrad pushes Cloud closer to the troll so that Munkushi can bash them all to death. It is a 4-for-1 engagement. Rubik buys back, sure, but the overall fight decidedly won by 1 move. What an engagement, what a fight. Lil did his best, you know, trying to scout out as much of the map as possible with these shards. I guess the added depth of the shards gives you slightly better scouting potential in these tree situations, but they can't find the initiation. And this is one of the reasons why this Monkey King matchup is so tough into Troll. There's certain heroes that no matter what, they can walk into your Wukongs and beat you the hell out of it. That must suck if you're a Troll Warlord. If you're the Monkey, rather.
And it's not only that you have a carry that can do that, right? Like, it's the Troll. You also have this damn egg, like the first one and the second one. Just look at the Phoenix. He was able to pretty much use all of his spells uncontested and not even afraid, you know, like you get a second or 2 to think about where exactly you want to put that egg, how exactly you want to do it. I'm really happy that he went for this Vessel, a Refresher Orb play and not a Hex. It's just so much better in this match, especially when you have a free Phoenix game. Rushing a Refresher can literally just be game winning. Like you're playing into this Monkey King, like you said. You have first the Troll, and then you have all these eggs that he just has to run away from.
Yep. And sadly for the MK, you're already down to a 6-second BKB. Runs out much faster than anticipated. And 1 move, 17k gold lead, Aegis Cheese, a Refresher shot as well that they have available, sitting in Einkrad's inventory. And they're thinking about at least getting a lane of racks, or maybe just a tier 3 tower to start with. They're massaging the top one. And Pango, you can swashbuckle all you want. You no longer disarm, buddy.
Yeah, you have to soften them up a little bit first. Like, you do have the Aegis, but you also used some buybacks. It would be nicer to get the pick off first. Kami might be in the perfect position to break the smoke. Ooh. That's all.
Lucky.
If you're Radiant right now, I don't think you're leaving the map unless you smoke up. Maybe some monkey can jump around, but that's it. You need to have some vision at least on them. You need to get some info.
They desperately need Lil to finish off his Ags. Like, he has the shards for the depth, but they need the Ags to kick heroes back with the Walrus. It's becoming a bit of a problem right now, the positioning in these fights. And one thing that's also great about these engagements, Hydra is specifically focusing on finding and killing this vengeful spirit early on, so that there's no salvation coming in from him.
Yeah, there is an Aghanims now. So with that tax, perhaps Venge can do a bit more. Happy Durara, like he should at least be able to swap someone out. The problem is when Earth Spirit gets on top of you, you're stunned, you're silenced, then you're stunned again. You know, you just can't use your spells fast enough.
Well, I have a double damage rune triggered out right now by the troll, standing on the low ground, attacking the 3 tower. Nice little lift back by Hakoda, making sure troll is safe.
His DD was pretty much gone from Wave of Terror anyway, so just made sure that they can fight a little bit later.
Do you like that change to Wave of Terror?
I mean, it's way too strong. I like it. I feel like Venge was... at some point she was a hero that was picked all the time on offlane when Aghanims just got introduced, and then she just fell off the face of the earth.
I remember those games. Jump in right now. Ironclad comes across Cloud. They have the Wukong's command triggered out, but they could still potentially take this fight as Lily Commander jumps in looking for a duel onto the Monkey King, and with the help of the Battletrons, they can kill him. He is gone. Happy's gonna follow him into the grave, and Ironclad has been chasing Cloud towards the mid-tier 3. They catch him and kill him. All 3 of these heroes do not have buyback Lizard, so this might not just be a lane of racks, it could actually just be the game.
That's just game, yeah.
Hydra throw in the towel. GG, well played. Despite a much better start, despite a much more cohesive draft, they still wind up suffering a 0-2 defeat at the hands of One Move.
Yeah, I think at some point...